but she can smack passing shots as well as anyone on tour.
0-0.
Salome Devidze starts us off with first serve.
And in this matchup, Michelle, it's who's coming in and how often. Both ladies comfortable in the back of the court. I would expect Kate Fahey to come forward a bit more frequently than Salome, but we'll have to see.
Side out.
That's just a huge cross-court return on the forehand side. And I think Salome Devidze might be in one of those situations where her backhand is actually stronger than her forehand.
0-0.
Very close, but I will give the edge on the backhand side. Have to be careful when approaching the net on that wing.
It's many years of tennis in her background, originally from the country of Georgia. Former tennis pro coming over early to the pickleball side, mainly a singles specialist.
0-0.
Beautiful finishing touch from Kate Fahey.
Yeah, absolutely was with the backhand volley up the line. And I wouldn't say that Fahey is the equal of Salome Devidze from the back of the court, but I do believe that Fahey has the edge in a variety of other aspects of the singles game, including kitchen play,
I was just gonna say, such as
overall athleticism. And you know, she's a fighter out there. She definitely has some solid intangibles that she works with.
2-0.
Beautiful line drive for Fahey. Passes Salome Devidze. Hot start for the 9 seed, who's looking to break into the top 8 in terms of the final.
3-0.
As we look ahead to December.
Good Lord.
Oh, fumbled it.
Side out.
Oh, but
Misconnected on it. Great groundies, both sides.
it's so clean, though, Michelle. I mean, these balls are landing within a foot of the baseline. The contact points are beautiful. The technique from both ladies is on point. I mean, you're just not going to see back of the court play that clean very often.
0-3.
Too good. Salome Devidze hangs in the rally, finds the line drive. She's on the board.
Yeah, I think Kate Fahey, just a bit of hesitation trying to sneak forward. Fahey's shot was very good, but I don't think her
1-3.
initial inclination was to step in.
Point.
There's that backhand you warned us about.
Yeah, so she goes with the inside-out slice forehand. Very unusual selection, but she follows it up with a BB. I mean, that's back of the court to the back of the court. Clean winner for Devidze against a phenomenal mover, like we already mentioned.
It's good. Fahey takes it back.
Yeah, you just have to do your best, whether it's staying back or coming in, to get Devidze scrambling.
Yeah.
Because when Devidze is in control of the point, absolute stud, but she has trouble getting out of trouble.
Devidze takes the net first. Ends up on the side of Fahey with the point. Who do you think should be taking the net sooner? I mean, Fahey would be the maybe obvious answer there, or?
Yeah, I think Fahey a little bit more. Yeah, it's such a tough situation, though, because the passing shots for Devidze are so good, But the
5-2.
movement of Fahey.
Why she needs to gun for a bronze medal to capture 1,200
Side out.
points. 2,000 points up for grabs here in a Grand Slam event.
Yeah, and that's the big thing with 2 events left, one in
2-5.
Milwaukee. That's only 1,000 points. So this is a double point situation for Worlds. Yeah, and that is where Salome is the best. When she comes forward on a fantastic approach so that she can finish the point. If you can fade a bit of the approach in the first volley, then Devidze struggles a bit
3-5.
after that point.
Point. I can't rule on that.
Looked just wide in real time. Looks like Kate Fahey is not going to challenge her pass.
4-5.
Here's another look. Yep, that is wide.
Side out.
Ooh, that one looked close in real
Ball
time.
has been ruled out.
I have bad bunions. Wish they'd disappear.
Lapiplasty.
Sup, future me, and no bunions. How?
Lapiplasty.
Lapiplasty corrects bunions at the source, meaning you're back in sneakers in weeks.
Lapiplasty.
Weeks! The future of bunion surgery is here. Learn more at lapiplasty.com. Risks include infection, pain, and loss of correction.
Adam, so Mary Brasha got 200 points for making it to the round of 16, so that put her 800 points ahead of Kate Fahey. So making it to the semis for Fahey ties her with Mary Brasha.
Right.
So if she could either get to the final, she would get 1,600 for getting a silver, and if she wins the bronze medal, she would get 1,200. And
I mean, that's 400-point jumps between fourth, third, second, and first. Those are massive jumps, and that's why these slams are so important for the athletes.
Here's Howard Hepworth with
After
the
review,
ruling.
the alcohol is overturned. The ball was in. 2 timeouts remaining. 1 timeout remaining. Resume play. Serving 5-5. Time in.
And there is still one
5-5.
event left in Milwaukee for the point conversation to continue, but I would believe that Kate Fahey's going to make a run for it for the top 8.
Side out.
Awkward contact point there for Devidze. Very early on the two-handed backhand,
5-5.
about 6 or 7 feet wide. Yeah, so
Too good.
Side
That
out.
is again.
So shocker, Michelle, I was completely wrong. Kate Fahey is staying back, and Devidze is looking to come forward in this game 1 as of now.
I'm with you, though. I think Fahey's better suited to
5-5.
get up there. Though Salome has some nice passing shots, too, you have to be aware of.
Yeah, that's
Side out.
And so I think what Fahey is thinking is that even if she's about neutral with ground strokes with Devidze, she's going to rely on her movement and her ability to
5-5.
track balls down and fight for points at the back of the court. And if she does come forward, she gives Devidze a target and the ability
Side
to
out.
end the point with that passing shot.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir.
Not sure what's being discussed courtside between Salome and Howard.
Yeah, Devidze had a couple words after she won the point on a
5-5.
skidding ball.
Side out.
I think Devidze threw off her own rhythm there. Still 5s.
5-5. Side out.
Congratulations to Kate
5-5.
Fahey, by the way, and her engagement a couple of weeks ago. That's
Point.
deep. On the ground stroke of Fahey, Devidze recovers a 1-point lead.
Michelle, she's not the only one who got engaged. Congratulations to you. Dave and I gave you a shout out the other day, and I'm happy to do it right
6-5.
here in person.
Thank you both. We were on the same wavelength within a couple of days of each other. Nice
Point.
drop volley to close for Salome Devidze, placing the ball beautifully at the moment. 2-point lead over Fahey.
Yeah, yes, she is. And a great read for Devidze to hold, because Fahey could have easily pushed that last ball up the line. She decides to go cross-court, the more comfortable shot.
7-5.
And Devidze was right there.
Oh, clean pass on the back.
Salome Devidze on all of her
9-5.
shots is not making approach shots for Fahey really a thing.
Side out.
Devidze
I
says
will
no.
not overrule that. Referee timeout. We have a challenge of the out call.
Another
The out call
challenge
puts us
for
at side out
Devidze.
5-9. We'll proceed to video review.
We'll take a closer look at it. She was correct the first time she challenged.
Yeah, this one was a bit of a shorter cross-court angle on the forehand side. And I'm going to go out right there. So it looks like it's going to be 1 out of 2 on the challenges for Devidze in game 1.
Here's Howard.
After review, the out call stands. Loss of challenge and loss of timeout. No timeouts remaining. 1 timeout remaining. Resume play. Side out. 5-9.
And regardless of what the ruling is on the challenges, when it comes back to us in 10 seconds, I'm a
Time
huge
in.
fan of that.
Yes,
5-9.
exactly.
Point.
All right, so that is exactly what I said. If you were going to approach the forehand of Devidze, and actually the backhand up the line of
6-9.
Fahey is one of her better shots, so that makes a lot of sense if she gets that ball to follow it in.
Point.
All right, a little run for Kate Fahey. Still very much alive in game 1. Trailing by 2. She's a fighter.
7-9.
She had to fight her way through in the quarters against Leah Jansen. It was 14-12 in the third.
Calling it out. Side out.
Look to skid.
I think that
Referee
one was
timeout.
good.
We
I'd
have a challenge
challenge
of
it if
the
I were
out call.
Kate.
The out
Yeah.
call puts us at
Kate Fahey stormed back.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's way in.
Yeah, no, it was a wild game 3.
Yeah.
And the ladies were yelling at the top of their lungs, celebrating the situations, and then gave a little bro hug after it was all over at 14-12.
Yeah.
So that's what I love to see. Super intense competitors, and then giving
After
credit.
the out call is overturned. Ball was in. No timeouts remaining. 1 timeout remaining. Resume play. Serving 8-9.
Yeah, and that one's all about the skid. I didn't even see it land, but the swing of Devidze was
Time
so
in.
late. You had to
8-9.
imagine that skidded off the line, and it did.
Fahey ties it at 9.
Well, if you're going to switch paces and spins and go with the slice, you might as well knife it like Kate Fahey just did. That absolutely created the error off of the paddle of
9-9.
Devidze.
Side out.
And Fahey kind of throwing her hands up. It's like, how can I play these few fantastic points and then just miss a standard pass 3 feet wide? And as
9-9.
everyone knows, that is pickleball.
Wow, a dipping pass from Kate Fahey. And a little chirpy chirp at the end of that one.
Oh, yeah, she'll do it. And I really like that decision to go off pace, though. Force Devidze to hit up. Not as good of a bender as some of the other top ladies, but if she gets
9-9.
one around waist level, she almost always ends the point.
Side out.
I mean, this is an absolute battle, Michelle.
Yes, it is.
Just a couple small tweaks in strategy, but for the most part, just crushing the ball from the back of the court from both ladies.
Fahey does it again. Ooh. Keeps her stuck at 9.
I mean, that is very close to a clean return winner. What a shot.
9-9. Point.
Oh.
Game point.
Game point for Kate Fahey.
10-9.
That's too good. Salome Devidze commands the kitchen. Couldn't be passed.
Yeah, just didn't get enough tumble on that last ball. As I mentioned moments ago, make her hit up. I mean, not saying it's easy to do in that situation. So like the idea, don't like the execution.
Nine, 10. Side out.
Fahey takes back the serve, avoids the tie.
Game point.
Dave Fleming in the house, and the lovely Deb Fleming sitting in the VIP.
Where else would they be?
Oh,
side out.
Got away from Kate.
Yeah, that didn't skid off the line. So Kate Fahey flubbing the technique a little bit, pulling off of that shot at the last second. You have to stay down with it, especially with some of the pace that Devidze creates. Often those balls will stay low through the court.
9-10. Right, Rico. Here we go. 9-10.
Wow.
Point.
Lob to winner from Salome Devidze. What a combo.
Yeah, I won't say good or bad on the lob, but Kate Fahey must do more with that overhead.
Yeah.
She left that ball right where Devidze likes it.
Tie game, 10 apiece.
10-10. Side out.
That ball is deep. Kate Fahey takes back the serve. Salome reluctantly gives it back.
Yeah, she wanted to hold on to it, didn't she?
10-10.
Wow, it was a baseline battle, and Kate Fahey perseveres for game point number 2.
Eleven, 10.
It's deep. Kate Fahey takes it. 12-10. Had to battle her way back in to tie it and then take it late in game 1. Best 2 out of 3. What'd you see out of Kate Fahey?
Just fight. I mean, that's what she does. She fights. Devidze played fantastic, hit some big groundies, and Fahey was there every step of the way to match.
Starting to really emerge. You think of a Hayden Patriquin, a CJ Klinger, a Gabe Tardio, and these are the guys that are pushing the old guards, some of these guys that have been here a long time, and a lot of these guys, they played pickleball from the beginning. I remember watching Hayden when I actually started the PPA Tour in 2020. He was playing pro pickleball. I think people forget that this is kind of a craft that they've developed, which I think gives them different weapons and different things they can do on tour. I guess peeling the onion back a little bit further, the junior PPA Tour is something we've really focused on this year, and we think that we really think that having a pathway for kids to be able to come in and play very competitive as juniors and be able to look up and play where the pros play and look at some of these players and be able to learn from them is something awesome. I mean, 155 juniors playing here at the World Championships.
Incredible.
It's pretty cool.
A few years ago, pickleball was really just an American sport. Now it's in a ton of countries. It's global. Obviously, PPA is going global. PPA Australia in January. Talk about that a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, the Australia one obviously is super cool for me, and the reason why I actually lived there for 2 years. I don't know if people know this about me, but I'm LDS or Mormon, and I served a 2-year service mission in Australia. So the fact that Australia is where we're going to first, it's kind of fun. So we're headed there in February, right after the Australian Open tennis event, and we're going to run our very first combined event with the folks over there that are running PPA Tour Australia. So we're expecting some of the best to go over there and play and really show the Australians what pro pickleball is all about.
That's going to be incredible. And here, there's been we'll go back to just the match right now, and there's been a lot of upsets this week, Connor. I just want to know your take. Who do you think's winning tomorrow? I would love to know your men's singles take, men's doubles take, and just kind of throughout the draw. Who do you got?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's always hard to bet against Fed, right?
Yeah.
I mean, Fed's a pretty good player.
Yep.
I mean, what do you guys think? I think you guys taking Fed?
Yeah, it depends on how
Lloyd.
Hunter comes out. I mean, it's just, they haven't played yet, but I think either way, I don't know if maybe Michael Lloyd, if he plays like today, he has a great shot at winning. Can he sustain it?
Just because he has more options. It's not just plan A with ripping. He can play cat and mouse as well.
Yeah, Michael Lloyd's the hot take. I think you got to go with Fed personally. On the women's singles, it's hard to bet against Anna Lee. I do think Kate will beat her one of these days. I think if you're saying who is going to be the player that could match up the best against Anna Lee, I mean, Kate has the athleticism. She has the grit. Anna Lee also hasn't seen her as much. And the few times she has, there's been periods of the match where Kate's been able to hang. And, over the long haul, Anna Lee's been able to do her thing. But I think Kate is interesting. I'm not calling the upset tomorrow, but sometime next year, I think Kate will win a couple titles.
Yeah, I could agree with that. And just right now, I know this has been crazy. I know we're heading into the finals in December, but
Time in.
Well, right now it's looking to be Kate Fahey with a 5-1 lead here in game number 2. And a let court break on that serve will make it 6-1 alongside former top 10 pro and current top general manager in Major League Pickleball, Adam Stone. I'm Michelle McMahon. And this has been a fun semifinal Saturday so far. 13 of the last 15 points, Adam, on the side of Fahey.
Yeah, and some of that ground stroke pressure that Devidze is known for is letting her down right now. Her backhand is world class, but she doesn't have a ton of margin for error. Low over the net and relatively flat. And those errors have really piled up in game 2. What a job from Fahey to fade that first ball right off of the baseline and find a pass moments later.
8-1.
Even though, in the last couple points, each lady has had one of those. And man, just the movement of Kate Fahey. So many of these shots from Salome Devidze get outside of her opponent's strike zone. But with the footwork and the movement and athleticism of Kate, even when Devidze strikes it well, Fahey is still finding a wonderful contact point.
Look at that one. Good pressure from Salome Devidze. I liked Connor Pardo's points, though, about Kate Fahey saying maybe not tomorrow, an upset if she can make it through to the final, but maybe next year. Kate Fahey starts to get titles over Anna Lee Waters. What do you think about that?
Well, I mean, she checks a lot of boxes. I'm a big box checker. So, there's a lot of things. You have specific shots, you have intangibles, you have mental game, you have all these things. And when you're checking off a lot of boxes, you have great room for growth. And Kate Fahey certainly checks a lot of boxes.
Nice. Ooh, gets back for it. Devidze in full command, cuts the lead in half.
Yeah, she actually
doing Major League Pickleball. No such issues to speak for today. Salome Devidze back to serve on a heater. That one will end there, wide on the ground stroke. Kate Fahey needs 3 to advance to her 4th final of the season.
8-4.
Kate Fahey takes another 9-4 lead in game 2.
Yeah, perfect timing to approach the net. And, you know, it's a commanding lead, but I like the timeout from Kate, who was up 8-1, back to 8-4. Now Kate gets a point out of the timeout and is in commanding position.
Point.
Make it match point for the 9 seed. Kate Fahey looking to break into the top 8 in women's singles.
10-4.
Kate Fahey cannot be stopped. 11-4 the finish in game 2. She is moving on to her 4th final, this time in World Championship fashion.
Yeah, great work from Kate. Stuck